We've all been there, right? That feeling, the hangover. It's something pretty much everyone on the planet understands. But scientifically, well, that's where things get a little fuzzy. So today, we're gonna get into the real science of that morning after misery.
You know the scene. It's the morning after. The evidence is everywhere. That pounding head, that churning stomach, and you're just so tired. Let's think of this as a crime scene, and today, we're the ones on the case.
I mean, for something this common, you'd think we have it all figured out by now, right? We've all heard the usual stories, the myths, but what's actually happening inside your body when you wake up feeling like that?
So let's do it. Let's peel back all those layers of myth, all the stuff we think we know, and find the real villain behind it all.
Okay, so any good investigation has to start by examining the scene, right? So what are those classic, unmistakable signs that tell you, yep, a hangover has definitely struck?
Oh yeah, you know them. That pounding in your head, the nausea, the exhaustion, and that feeling where any little light or sound is just way too much. These are the telltale signs, right? It's your body screaming that it's in distress.
All right, time to round up the usual suspects. Because for years, we've been told the same old story about why we feel so terrible. Let's really look at the evidence for and against them.
And suspect number one is always dehydration. I mean, it makes perfect sense on the surface, doesn't it? Alcohol is a diuretic, which is just a fancy way of saying it makes you pee a lot. So you lose fluids, and that can for sure lead to things like headaches and feeling dizzy. But is it really the one calling the shots?
But here's where that whole theory kind of falls apart. Think about it. If it was just dehydration, then drinking a big glass of water should fix everything, right? You'd feel 100% better. And we all know that is definitely not how it works. So yeah, dehydration is involved. It's an accomplice, for sure, but it's not our main bad guy.
And look, dehydration doesn't work alone. It's got a whole crew of accomplices. First, alcohol totally messes up your sleep. You're not getting that deep, restorative rest your brain desperately needs. Then, it messes with your blood sugar, which is why you feel so weak and tired. It can also zap important stuff like B vitamins and magnesium. And on top of all that, it kicks your immune system into gear, causing inflammation all over. All of these things make you feel awful, but believe it or not, they're still not the root cause.
So, if it's not just dehydration and its gang of accomplices, what is it? It's time to look past all the decoys. It is time to unmask the real villain here.
And this is the big question, isn't it? If it's not just about being thirsty or tired, what is this thing that has the power to completely ruin your day?
Okay, get ready. Meet acetaldehyde. This stuff is a toxic chemical that your body creates the second it starts to break down alcohol. It's the very first and by far the nastiest thing it produces. This is our number one suspect. So, here's the play-by-play. Your liver has a two-step job. Step one, it takes alcohol and, really fast, turns it into that toxic acetaldehyde. Step two, it takes that acetaldehyde and, much more slowly, turns it into something harmless called acetate. See the problem? It's that huge difference in speed. The toxic stuff builds up way faster than your body can get rid of it, and you get this horrible toxic traffic jam.
And just how bad is this stuff? Well, let's look at its rap sheet. Acetaldehyde is a known irritant. It's what directly gives you that nausea and headache. It's also officially classified as a Group 1 carcinogen, a cancer-causing agent. Oh, and it can damage your DNA. Yep, this is the stuff that's making you feel so bad.
But wait, the plot thickens. We all think of the liver as the main headquarters for this whole operation, right? Well, it turns out the biggest crime scene isn't where you think it is. Our investigation led us to a pretty shocking number, 100. What in the world could that mean? It means this. Researchers have found that the concentration of acetaldehyde can be up to 100 times higher in your gut than it is in your blood. 100 times. Why? Because it's not just your liver doing the work. The bacteria in your gut are also turning alcohol into this toxic stuff, creating this huge concentrated hotspot that your liver's defenses just can't get to.
Okay, so we've identified our villain, acetaldehyde. We've located the primary crime scene, the gut. So now what? How do we fight back? And this is where we see this really interesting battle between old school home remedies and brand new technology.
So on one side, you've got the stuff we've all tried, right?
chugging water, eating a big greasy breakfast, popping a pain reliever. All of that is just damage control. It's treating the symptoms, the accomplices we talked about. But then, on the other side, you've got these new tech solutions, like specially engineered probiotics, that say they can go straight for the root cause.
And the pitch for these new products is pretty interesting. The claim is that they've basically engineered a good bacteria that does the same job as your liver, but it does it in your gut, right at the source, right where that massive toxic traffic jam is happening.
But, of course, there are skeptics. Not everyone's convinced. Some experts point out that, hey, 90% of the alcohol is still being handled by the liver. So how much can a gut-based solution really do? They argue it's probably not going to have a huge effect. The science is definitely still being figured out on this one.
So, where does that leave us? After digging through all the evidence, what's the final verdict? What's the one big thing you should really take away from all this?
Well, maybe we've been looking at this whole thing the wrong way. What if a hangover isn't just a punishment? What if it's actually a feature, not a bug? As one dietitian put it, a hangover is basically your body's built-in emergency brake. It's a natural warning system to tell you, hey, maybe that was a little too much.
Man, that leaves us with one last, kind of deep question to think about. As we get closer and closer to finding that perfect cure, what do we lose? If we manage to completely turn off our body's own alarm system, what other, maybe more serious, signals might we end up ignoring? Something to think about. Thanks for digging into this with us.